guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing a much requested video today. I'm going to be introducing someone to you guys that I've been getting a lot of questions about on all my social medias. You guys have seen him in my videos, you've seen him in my photos, you've seen him in a bunch of different things that I posted. So I wanted to introduce to you guys my gay boyfriend, Jeffrey Lord.
Hello.
Donatello! And Donatello!
My
He's
baby
also
boy.
here.
Hello, my baby, my little goblin. Oh my! Oh my god! I brought trolleys. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello.
This is my stepson,
Donatello.
Donatello.
My baby boy. He's my little goblin. Like, he's not a dog. He's a goblin.
He's a goblin hyena.
Yes.
So this is Jeffrey Lord.
Hi.
Yes, he's an amazing person. Anyway, so we're gonna have a beverage and answer some questions.
Hi.
And confuse everyone.
Yes.
And hopefully unconfuse some people too. Well,
I'm
don't tell
looking
anybody.
forward to it,
Yeah, don't tell anybody
so.
anything yet. Let's just get to the naughty questions in there. Answer some questions.
Just naughty questions.
There's always
I didn't
naughty
look
questions.
at other questions. I looked at a few. I was
People
like, okay.
only want to know about drama and sex. That's all they care about. But we're going to answer some other stuff as well. So the first question is, and I got this one a lot, how did you meet?
Oh, how did we meet?
We met almost 8 years ago.
8 years, about 8 years ago.
Almost
8
8 years
years
ago.
come
March. It'll be 8 years in March.
2021, yeah.
So
8 years,
7.5 years.
March 2021.
7.5 years ago at the local Renaissance Festival,
Sherwood Forest Renaissance Fair. I've been
So-
working there for 10 years.
Yeah.
Going on 11.
He does amazing things.
Yes, now I play a bridge troll. I used to play a fairy, and then I became the fairy king, and then I dropped out of cast for a while, and then did weddings, and
He's multifaceted.
yes, but now I play one of the bridge trolls.
Yeah.
But you met me when I was the fairy king.
Yes.
I was up in a tree about 40 feet high.
Yes.
And one of my bits was basically throwing marshmallows or other random bits I could find at people when they walked by. And I remember seeing you and Logan walking by.
Yeah, so Logan and I were celebrating our 1-year anniversary of being together, and we decided on our way back from our trip that we would stop at Sherwood, and we were just kind of walking along, just doing our thing, and and he comes up behind me.
Yes.
And makes this noise that he does. Do your noise. Yeah, that noise. And here comes Donatello again. So he comes up behind me and does that in my ear, and I whip around, and I'm like, oh my god, what was that? And Logan was like, that was a fairy.
Yes.
And I was like amazed. I was just like mind blown. And I look up in the tree, and he's already scaled this tree like some sort of creature.
Yes.
And he's like throwing marshmallows at me from the tree, and I was just like,
And I remember you just
What
like
is
coming up under me and just looking up. What are you?
I was amazed.
I was like, marshmallow.
I was
And
amazed.
later on, we ended up finding each other, I think, social media, Facebook, and we just had a bunch of mutual friends in common, and that's how we became friends. And throughout time, we just kind of bounce off each other.
Yeah, we would meet up at like the club and like randomly run into each other, get drunk, make out. That happened a lot over the last like 6 years or so.
Yeah, well, I was, and also at that time,
Yeah,
I was bisexual. I am now gay, so.
Yeah, so he was. That was fun. We would just like randomly meet up, see each other, make out, have like a lot of fun, and then I wouldn't see him for like a few months.
Like 4 to 5 months.
Yeah,
but,
we would just,
we would randomly
end up at the same place.
End up at like same events, or like
Like,
you
I
would
ran into
comment
him-
on something on Facebook, and then that's like we would talk for like a little bit. And then
I ran into him at the airport one time.
That was
and
fun.
we'd always run in. He'd always be in our whenever the VCA would have a pride parade. He'd be on the float. So like we were always like.
Well, that's also because I knew Jennifer as well, and I was like, I would love to walk with you guys.
He's known my assistant for a long time.
And I know a lot of people.
We were just kind of connected without knowing we were connected, and for a while we kind of did the comet thing where we were just kind of like ships passing in the night.
Yes.
And we would see each other and then not see each other. He was at my wedding. He was the only guy allowed in the dressing room at my wedding while I was
your mother was
changing.
so furious. She was like, who is this guy?
She was confused. She didn't know you were gay. So that was, yeah. So yeah, he's been here. We just only recently, the last year and a half, got really close. And yeah, So
Yes.
that's the long story about how we met.
But it was fun. So.
Okay.
Interesting adventure.
Do you ever get jealous of his male partners? Honestly, no. I really don't.
So sorry.
But
I think hilarious.
I don't. And the reason is because I know that he's gay, and I know that there's things that he needs that I obviously can't give him as a woman, and I'm good with that. Like, I feel honored that I can even be as close to him as I am. But no, I don't really feel jealousy over male partners. I always joke with him and tell him that if he ever, like, decided to get with another woman, like, I might feel a little...
I think the only other woman
Other
I
than
actually
Zoe.
can get
Other
with is
than
Zoe.
Yeah, other than Zoe.
Zoe's
my best
friend.
part of our coven.
Oh,
So
I
it's
love
fine.
her.
She's part of our weird relationship.
Yes.
Yes, we both are very into Zoe.
But I really do appreciate that that you don't get jealous at all. And I'm kind of somewhat seeing somebody right now, and it's going amazing, and you're like, yeah, go for it. Ah! Sorry.
That.
this is what I
Poor
do.
Donatello. He's like, you've yelled so much today.
But
yeah, I mean, I want him to be happy, and I feel like, you know, polyamorous relationships, no matter which way you go with them, whether they're just like, you know, regular relationships or strange relationships like we have, like, your ultimate goal is that your partner is happy. And
yes.
So, I mean, no, I don't really experience jealousy.
I mean,
I get envious sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is normal. I feel like envy is a little bit healthier than jealousy. Jealousy is, a lot of people don't know the difference. They think, oh, I'm jealous all the time. And I'm like, well, actually, you're envious. So jealousy is when you see someone that has something and you don't want them to have it. You're like, no, I don't want that person to have that. I want that.
I want that. I want to be the only
I want to be the only one that has that. Envy is, oh, that person has something and I also want it. So envy is, I don't want to take that away from that person. I just wish I also had that.
But I mean,
so
I feel like
I
have that too with you.
I mean,
so
everyone has,
yeah,
and it's normal.
it makes sense.
Envy is normal.
Completely,
we work
it's completely
through it
normal.
and we communicate.
Yes, communication is key. Communication is key. Communication.
Anyways, the next question.
Communication
here's
is
the
key.
big one. Everyone ready for the big one? The big question that everybody wants to know. No. Do you guys get physical? And I assume that means sex. Everyone wants to know about the sex.
Sex, baby, sex.
So we have not had sex.
Nope.
And we have not had any type of sexual, full-on sexual things.
No.
And a lot of that is because not only is he gay, but I am on the asexual spectrum. So personally, I don't think about sex that often, and it's not something that I require to feel an intimate connection.
Yes.
So, like, it's just not something that I push for, and it's not something... Now, we do have very intimate moments that for...
Would you like me to talk about that?
That for any other, you know, like, normal person would probably lead to sex.
Yeah. So basically, you know, I'm physically attracted to men. Right. You know, sexually attracted to men.
So he identifies as a homosexual panromantic. So that means he's sexually attracted to men, but he has the ability to feel romantic connection for women. Or for any gender.
Exhibit A.
Panromantic just means regardless of gender, you can feel romantic attraction.
Yeah, and we have that for each other.
We do have a good chemistry, and we've had that for years. Like, I don't just make out with people, but you know, I noticed, you know, one night. No, I don't. But I noticed the first time I made out with him, I was like, oh shit, there was a little feeling there.
There's actually a clip I think the viewers would definitely like when we're at the club, where we made out. And I'm like, I mean, I'm gay, but that was hot. Remember that one?
Yeah.
We should show that. I mean, I'm gay, but God, that was a nice... Good, you should.
We didn't make out. We just drunkenly, like, licked each other's tongues or something.
It was hot. He was
like, I mean, I'm gay, but that was really nice. And that's pretty much how it's been, is like, I'm gay, but I'm asexual, but...
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's plenty plenty of my friends who are gay, and they are the same way as I am with women. You know, they have partner. They
And
have
I feel like
men
women,
partners,
like,
and it's all right.
I mean, the majority of men aren't super.
Men are jerks.
So I feel like women in general tend to be a little more. They tend to gravitate more towards gay men. I don't know. They maybe just.
It's because we're not trying to get purposely in your
Well,
pants,
that's always
and
nice.
also on top of that, like, we're just fun to be around, and we can.
I mean, working in the sex industry as much as I have, you get exhausted by men constantly trying to sleep with you. So having someone that's like, no, like, I just want to kiss you, I just want to cuddle, like, let's go on an adventure is like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Yes.
So yeah, we definitely have a lot of chemistry. We definitely click very well, and we do have a intimate type of relationship, but we do not have a sexual relationship as of now.
Thank God. Before the pandemic hit, we actually had it to where we started every Tuesday night. We would go out. I had like a membership with like movie theaters and such. So like every Tuesday night, we would go out to get sushi, and then we would go see a movie together. And that was our date nights. And you know, throughout the pandemic, we had to work around stuff and everything. And now we kind of like, we have Monday nights, date nights. Last week was our first official date night in a while, which was nice.
Apocalypse.
So one of our next questions.
This is my question. Someone asked me, what is the most beautiful thing that you find about him? Oh my goodness.
I want to hear this.
Are we talking physically or like what are we talking about here? Because this man is amazing on all fronts. So, I mean, we'll do a little bit of both. So physically, wait, how physical am I getting? He has amazing hands.
I mean, you've seen me naked.
I know I have. So I'm a hands and eye person. I love hands and I love eyes. He has both. He has amazing hands. He has amazing eyes. I love his jaw. He has a beautiful jaw structure, and then he also has the little.
I'm like, what am I doing?
He's
hands,
like
hands, eyes, jaw.
Hands, eyes, jaw, Vogue.
Hands, eyes, jaw, Vogue, ass up in the air.
He has a great ass too, but I mean, yeah.
Well,
that's more for the boys.
Yes, I work very hard for that.
He works very hard. He does have a nice V, the little V.
I have like 2 V's.
And he's got 2 stars. He's got 2 stars on his V.
So I can start to the right, straight on to morning.
Yeah. Other than physical, this man is Peter Pan, and I absolutely love that about him. He will drag me on adventures at any time of the week, just randomly.
So Daly has a thing to where she needs to have a set schedule.
I have a control problem.
She needs to know what is going on, how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, to the T, like boom, 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 boom. And I am a very spontaneous person, so I like to be very adventurous. My motto of my life is blessed are the mischief makers, for they shall always wear smiles. I am very mischievous. I like to be very spontaneous.
He is legit Peter Pan.
There are times where I'm like, I just want to get up and just go out and garden. I want to get up and just go out to the park.
He will legit wake up, call me, video chat. He doesn't just call. He has to video chat.
Yes.
No matter what time of day it is, if you don't have makeup
I don't even text. Like, I hate texting. I like sending video messages.
Yeah. So he'll call me video chat. He'll be like, Daily, get in the car right now. Get in the car. We gotta go. And I'm like, ah! And I'll just like do it. And then we'll just go on some crazy epic adventure. I'll end up naked in the river. Like,
that's happened many times. When I did, before my car accident, when I did have a car, well, actually, we did it a few times with yours. We actually just I get in the car, and we would just talk about whatever, or not even talk at all. And I do this thing is where I turn on music.
We just drive.
And we just drive. I mean, there's times where I've driven 3.5, 4 hours away from where I live, and then go to some random spot. I don't even know where I'm going. Think this is nice, take a few photos, and then drive all the way back. And I like it because it's very soothing and relaxing. And bringing her on these adventures is always so fun. Like tonight, we went out to a park out in Georgetown. It's called Booty Park.
Booty!
Booty Park. And that was a lot of fun. And it's actually really beautiful. And I was like, let's go here. I've never been there. Let's go. We went, had a blast. If you didn't realize already, I am a serotonin enthusiast.
He's a serotonin enthusiast. So yes, those are my. He's also very magical. So this man can do some magical things. It's crazy. All right, next question. Enough about talking about how beautiful you are. When did you first know that you had feelings for each other? With Jeffrey, I mean, we had known each other for so long, and whenever I did see him, I remember being very excited.
Yep.
Which doesn't happen. Normally I see people, I'm like, oh, it's good to see you. But with Jeffrey, I was like, oh my God, Jeffrey's here. Like, that's exciting. And when we would kiss, I would feel something, and I was like, okay, what is this? But I just kind of like, I didn't really delve into it. I remember I was sitting in a parking lot. I had just, 2018 had been the worst year of my life, and I was, in 2019 still trying to recover from it. I was sitting in a parking lot, just like alone and kind of depressed. And I get this text, and he's like, come over. And I'm like, I mean, okay, I'll go over, and like, if it sucks, I'll just leave. Like, it's fine. If it sucks, I'll just like think of an excuse to bail out, like I usually do.
But did it suck?
I got over there, and I laughed for the first time, like really laughed, like not a fake laugh, for the first time in over a year. And I was like, uh-oh.
It started getting closer to our event, and then we had more and more time together.
And then at the event, that was the night he was like, hey, like, do you want to go out on a date? And I was like,
I was being spontaneous.
I was like, what?
I'm like, you're like, what? You're gay. I don't understand this.
I didn't know how to
But I was just like, you know what? I'm like, just because because society has all these titles and everything like that and such, I was just like, you know what? I'm like, I can have fun with a girl and go out and have a good time. I'm like, I can still date.
Yeah.
I don't have to have sex or whatever, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Like, just go out, have a good time, enjoy yourself, have a great life. And I did, and I just randomly, there was something about that night. It was a very magical night for everybody that went there. And we did that and ended up having like a great time and really realizing over time that we had this weird like connection, this cord to each other that it's very hard to explain. Like, there's a certain emotion I can't explain about you, but
I used to tell you too. I used to tell you it's here.
Yeah.
It's the emotion's here. Like, a lot of people, when they experience attraction, they feel it down there.
Yeah.
We have it here, and it's the solar plexus. But then we started all doing
what she said.
We started all doing rituals together with the coven, and we realized that we had this energetic connection that was.
And that's when we all found our elements.
All of our elements are the same. Yeah, or all of our elements.
Fire,
yeah, we
water,
have all
air.
4 elements.
And it was really cool. And then over time, we just became a coven, and we just hung out.
We ended up. I think we ended up using the term coven to explain our relationship more so than like.
Yeah.
Because, like, people, most of the time when you see coven, it's like a big group of people, like they're whatever, like a family. But we were like, oh, we're all kind of into each other, so what do we call that?
Yeah.
Well, we do magic, so a coven.
Yeah.
So.
And now we got people that ask us, oh, hey, can we join or something? It's like, we're actually a closed coven, but we do host big events sometimes. Before the pandemic.
Okay, so here's a good one. How are you gay and with a woman?
Easy.
The world is so black and white, right? No, the world is gray. These are stale.
Are they? Well, I mean, like, okay, I'm gay. I have a physical sexual attraction to men.
Oh, he does.
I love men. I think they're beautiful. I think they're amazing.
I don't like men at all.
So when I first came out when I'm 32 years old now, and I came out when I was 25. Took me a while, actually, a long while, to come out and get everything. And when I came out as bisexual, because before that I was still kind of trying to figure myself out. I was like,
it was my fault. We kept making out every 5 months. He's like, I'm gonna come out as gay, and then we'd make out. He's like, well, shit.
Oh my god.
Shit, maybe I'm bi.
Well, it was just like over time. It was just like over time. I was just like, I like men, but I like women, and then I kept going back and forth. And then when marriage equality came to be through Congress, and was approved through Congress and everything for equal rights. Oh, hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Hi, how are you? I decided I was gay because I just only had a physical attraction to men sexually and such like that. But I was just like, there's still something for women, and it's okay. So over time, I've really looked at things and asked questions and talked with a bunch of my friends and other people and I've learned that, I'm a gay panromantic. So I can still love a woman without loving a woman.
Right.
And it's completely okay. So I'm, I mean, like, I like to date men.
We live in the gray spectrum of life. We don't do the black and white thing.
And the thing that kills me is how, I mean, the only reason we think about this is because how society has suppressed everything and how
everything
and
has
the
to
titles,
have specific labels.
And all this and that and then like just love who you love, guys. Like seriously, like stop it with these titles. If I could not have a title, I would just be like,
he's just Jeffrey.
I'm just Jeffrey.
He's Jeffrey.
I go by the nickname Jeffy, so I'm a one and only Jeffy, and I just love people.
As someone who's on the asexual spectrum, there's a big difference to me between sexuality and intimacy. I have sex for the intimate aspect of it. I don't have sex because I'm like, oh, I'm so horny and I want you know what I mean? The D word or whatever. I don't think about that.
I want your dong.
Your dong.
Dilly dong. Dilly dong dong.
So
dong,
for
dong.
me, like,
I want
sex,
your parrot.
like when I have sex
your
with Logan.
Carrot stick. Your pickle nickel. Your tickle my pickle.
So like when I have sex with Logan, who
that's a book.
Logan, he is very sexual.
Yes.
It's the intimacy aspect. It's because I want to be close to him, and so I mean, there are ways to be sexual without like it doesn't have to be sexual. You're just being intimate. So
like we've cuddled, we've kissed.
Oh,
we've slept in the same bed, completely butt-ass naked, but like we haven't had any kind of sex or like any oral or whatever you guys want out there.
None of that has occurred.
We just haven't, and
we
it's
make
completely
out,
okay.
We touch we love, yes, lots of.
We love each other. We
It's gonna
love
get
each other a
flagged.
lot, and it's okay.
Oh my god.
And this is
God.
okay.
Ah!
So, yeah.
Hi.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
This is why I had a hat, because now my hair is a mess.
Well, here you go.
And the hat's back.
But you gave me the hat, and I threw the
I
hat
know.
over there. Like, seriously, screw what society thinks.
Do you live together?
You know how many questions I've actually... I think that's my question.
That is your question.
There are so many times. So,
it's because we hang out constantly, so people assume we live together.
Well, it's also because of the pandemic has really brought our coven together. Like,
because we're the only people we can see.
Yeah, and, like, there's Zoe's and Zeph's, but primarily, like, I go to Daly's. I go to Daly's. I go to Daly's house quite a bit, usually every weekend.
Yeah,
usually about Friday through a Sunday, Monday. I stay over at Daly's because one, I'm like, we live about 45 minutes away and such like that, and I'm like, I only
Plus,
get to see.
Donatello loves the land. He loves to run and play fetch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I have a very small yard. I live in a studio. It's literally like in the suburbs. It's like a little cottage in the woods, a little witch house. But it's just like Zoe works a lot, and when Zoe gets time off, we all just like go into Daly's and hang out. Mm-hmm. One, you have an area where we can have bonfire and our rituals. Yeah. 2, you have a pool. 3, you have a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
4, you have a really nice big house. I mean, she has a house. We all live in studios or small apartments. So, but we still hang out at each other's place as well.
So we're always together. We see each other a ton.
I get a lot of people that think I live at your place.
So no, we do not technically live together. We stay we stay the night at each other's.
However,
oh God.
Her room, her little meditation room.
My meditation room is...
We joke around that it's my bedroom.
His room when he comes over.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And we do hope to one day maybe buy a bunch of land and have a little
we actually as a coven
community
we have,
for our covens.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. We've talked about building our own compound and having land for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, gosh, if we did that, I would be the head garden master.
The head garden master.
The head garden master, that's a title. Is that a title?
It can be a title.
It's a title now.
It is a title now. All right.
I love it.
What is his relationship with Logan? What is your relationship with Logan?
I'm
my
Logan's,
husband, Logan.
I'm Logan's metaphor, basically.
Yeah, he and Logan are metamors, and that's a polyterm.
Metaphor? I say metaphor?
Metaphor, whatever.
We're animors. Logan and I are animors.
God.
No.
So he and Logan are metamours, which essentially translates to love of my love. It's a polyamorous term. It just means your partner's partner or your love's love or whatever. Yeah. But he's known Logan as long as I've
known her.
Yeah,
but I think I've known Logan a little bit longer than you, because I think I've met him at Elysium a few times before I met you.
You may have.
Yeah, and Logan.
I met Logan.
Logan and I actually are pretty good friends now, and I mean, over this time of the pandemic, like, it's been kind of nice because we would see each other in passing or kind of talk for a little bit and then just go whatever about our ways. But throughout this pandemic and everything, we've really become really good friends, and we actually had a few good conversations, and I'm very happy that I can actually. I personally, like, I have a lot of people that I consider friends, but like close guy friends.
Yeah, that's hard to come by.
It's very hard to come by. And I will
Logan
have to.
doesn't get close with people either.
I will definitely have to say that Logan is one of my close guy friends.
Yeah.
And he is a gorgeous man. I absolutely love him.
They nerd out. They make out sometimes.
Yeah,
normal.
we do.
Logan drives him crazy. Logan likes to scare the shit out of him.
He does.
It's hilarious.
He does. And yeah, that
he likes
man.
To pull pranks on him. It's fun. And no, Logan and I did not divorce. Oh my god.
Wow. That happens so many times. So like
because they finally see me with another guy, and they're like, "Oh, well, we only ever see Logan with 2 girls, so obviously,
yeah,
I can be with other men and women. It doesn't mean that we've divorced." Oh my goodness. A lot of people are like, "Oh, we don't ever see you you guys together. I only ever see you with Jeffrey." I'm like, "Okay, well, Jeffrey takes a shit ton of pictures. Whenever we go out, he is constantly taking pictures, and so that's why I have so many
it's
pictures.
funny. It's like no one has to worry about taking photos because I am taking the photos. I'm all about photos. I'm all taking out video and taking those moments and remembering them. It's cool,
He takes a ton of photos, so that's why I have so many photos. Logan doesn't really go out much. Like, back in the day when we were going out, we were doing events, like we had a ton of pictures. But Logan, he's just been kind of chilling at home, playing video games, doing cosplay. He's not really in the, like, let's take photos mode. So that's why, like, I haven't posted a ton of photos, because we don't have any photos,
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, we're still good.
You got plenty of photos around your house.
We're still good. Yeah, because we've taken tons of photos in the past before the pandemic, and we were doing photo shoots and events. Like, tons of photos. But, like, neither of us are we don't take a lot of selfies.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do.
He does. So that's why. So everyone can stop asking that question.
I think this is the last question.
It is.
What does he think of the vampire thing? Is he a donor? Is that for? Is that for you?
It's for you. What do you think of me being a vampire, and are you a donor?
I'm like.
We're not gonna laugh at it. So I mean, he's known me for so long. Like, he met me the first year of me and Logan being king and queen. So, like, he doesn't bother him.
Nope.
He's been an energy donor before for me, because his energy is very nice.
If you can't tell already through this video or previous videos you've seen us in, I consider myself Fae of the unseelie spectrum, and I am a high ball of energy.
Yeah, his energy is.
There have been people that have said I am life of the party, and like there's even people that even said that your energy is so much for me. You're rattling me. Like, what's happening? And I just have a lot of energy because I know how to have a good time.
Before we even like the last year and a half before we even got together, like whenever we would run into each other, he would always, I would always feed from him.
Yep.
Energy from the energy basis.
And just so everyone knows, I gave permission to her a long time ago.
Yeah, he was like, you can take energy from me whenever you want. I'm like, thanks, bro.
Anyone that attempts to take energy from me without permission.
Yeah, that's no. Never feed without consent.
Yes. And on top of that, man, there's some people that have had karma bite them in the ass twice.
Yeah, that's bad. You never feed without consent. So yes, he has amazing energy. I have fed energy-wise from him for a very long time, and I appreciate that very much.
Oh, wait, you're a vampire. Here, light me off my neck.
Is that the right side? It's not the right side.
No, it's not the right side. Wait.
It's the right side.
Here we go. Ah.
So yeah, he's known me for so long.
It's really not a big thing to me. But there have been times where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, I can't today, or I'm not really comfortable with it right now, and that's where you have to ask. We have that communication. I love that we have that communication value, and we have that center point of understanding each other, and I appreciate it so much.
I appreciate you so much. Anyways, so those are your questions. I feel like this.
So I'm Jeffrey. This is Daily.
Jeffrey. You'll be seeing more of him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And all you trolls out there, what's up?
Hi, haters.
Hey, what's up? But no, if you want, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Only Jeffy.
Only Jeffy.
Only Jeffy. That's JEFFIE. Or you can go and follow this beautiful woman if you haven't already.
Daily Catherine, you already follows.
Yada. stuff like that. So anyways, hi, this is all about me now. Just kidding.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, click that little bell. I'm going to be doing tons more videos with my coven, with Jeffrey here.
And
lots to see and lots to see and talk about.
This is going to be a very interesting ride. So.
I mean, yeah, the last year has already been an amazing adventure. I can't see what's coming up next.
It's just going to get a little
It's going to
weirder.
get weirder and weirder.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.